Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. 2 weeks in a row. Man, we haven't done that in a while, have we? So yeah, 2 weeks in a row of Saturday Night Horror. Hopefully, we have a winner tonight. Hopefully tonight's movie is good because last week's was awful. And the last time we did Saturday Night Horror, back in June, we had like 3 or 4 that were in a row that were horrible. So we've been on a losing streak movie-wise on Saturday Night Horror. But tonight, hopefully that changes. We'll see. So what are we watching tonight? We're actually watching a new movie that came out, I think last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it came out last week. Tonight we're going to be watching VHS Halloween. Now, if you're not familiar with the VHS franchise, of course, they are horror films. They're anthology movies where it has like different stories in the movie. And some of them have the different stories plus a main storyline going on at the same time. And they're shot in like found footage format. But for me, the VHS franchise is hit and miss. Some of them I really enjoy, like VHS Beyond, the last one they did, and some of them I thought were horrible. So I'm hoping that this one, VHS Halloween, is one of the ones I really enjoy. I haven't read anything about it. I do not know what the stories are about. I don't know what's going on in the movie. I'm going into it completely blind. And I'm looking forward to it. We are in the room. We're not out in the front room. The TV is not available for me right now. So we're going to do it in the room here, which is fine. So I got the OLED TV, the OLED, so it'll look a lot better on this one. So yeah, our movie tonight is VHS Halloween. And last time we did Saturday Night Horror, I made a homemade spinach and mushroom pizza, and it was so good that I decided to do it again. Except I got better footage this time, I hope. There are some scenes where I think my arm got in the way. I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet, so apologies ahead of time if my arm is blocking the view. Like if you see this, I apologize ahead of time. So anyway, I cooked earlier. So right now we're going to go out to the kitchen. I'm going to show you the footage making the spinach and mushroom pizza. And when that's over, we'll start our movie. So without further ado, let's go out to the kitchen.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
you're gonna face it. 'Cause there's thunder in your heart. Every move is like lightning. It's the power you feel when you get your taste of the glory. There's a fire gonna start, and you know they're going under. You can light the dark when they hear your call of thunder. When they hear your heart of thunder. Cause there's thunder in your heart, and you know they're going under. You can light the dark when they hear your heart of thunder. There is thunder in your heart, and you know they're going under. You can light the dark when they hear your heart of thunder.
Alright, so made the pizza and it was good. It was really good. I used a different crust this time. We used a different crust last week. Used a crust this week that I've never had before, and this new crust was actually a lot better. So I liked this crust better than the ones we did last week, and yeah, that was a good pizza. So we're back in the room. We're gonna get our movie started. I've got it on a flash drive. So without further ado, let me zoom in a little bit. Turn on the turn that on, and it should go right to the. Yeah, it did. Okay. Volume we'll set at 5. Okay. And we'll wait for it to recognize our flash drive here. Yeah, I got a bunch of movies on this flash drive for Saturday Night Horror. I've had some up here for months, just haven't done them yet. Haven't watched them. Okay. Anytime now would be awesome. There we go. Oh, it takes a minute to recognize the flash drive. And I think I put it up here. Yep, VHS Halloween. How long is it? I don't know how long it is. 1 hour, 54 minutes, and another Shudder movie, so hopefully it's better than Clown in the Cornfield. Alright, now that we got our movie going, turn off the lamp, and ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go with VHS Halloween. When it's over, I'll tell you what I thought about it. 4 minutes in the movie, we have our first kill from a soda can. Yeah. Ooh, boy. Alright. So the first story just ended. Yeah, I turned the light on so you can see me. And man, if the rest of the stories are anything like the first one, I am really going to enjoy this movie. That first one was good. Weird as hell. Freaky as hell. But really, really good. And the main storyline right here is going on, and I'm trying to figure out what it's about. It's weird. The main storyline, they have people, volunteers drinking soda, and I'll just show you. So they're drinking the soda and it ends up killing them, and sometimes like tentacles come out of the soda can, and then yeah, it's weird. So yeah, that's the main storyline that goes on like between the other stories for the movie. So far, so good. Alright, everyone. The movie is over. As you can see, I am laying in bed right now. I'm tired. So the movie, oh man. The movie started off great. The first story was awesome. I loved it. And then it kind of went downhill. Now, it wasn't bad. It just kind of didn't live up to that first story. So the first story was about these two girls that were in their looked like they were in their 20s, dressed up, going trick-or-treating, stealing candy off the porch of people's houses, stealing candy right out of kids' hands. And so as they're eating their stolen candy, they notice a huge house lit up, and they're like, oh, we gotta go there. So they get to the house, and the door opens, and it's pitch black, and a hand reaches out with a tub full of candy. So of course they go in, and it turns out it is a house of demons or entities or whatever, and one of them is a female with 6 breasts, and she's leaking breast milk all over the place. That was not on my bingo card as something thought I was going to see tonight. So yeah, I don't want to spoil what happens in the story, but that one was pretty good. Hello, Bella. Hello. Come on. So Bella pushed the door open, meowed at me, and left. Hold on. Alright, Bella wanted to come in. She does not like the door being closed. So anyway, the second story, I can't even remember what the second story was, good lord. We had another story, where there is a bucket of candy that no one's ever heard of before sitting outside a house. And, everyone's trick-or-treating. And there's a sign that says, take only one. So of course we get some 20-year-olds who take a whole bunch of candy and they get sucked down through the bucket of candy, and they're being hunted down by something. They're being killed and turned into the candy that's in the bowl. And one guy is strapped to a conveyor belt, and the machine is set to fun size, and he gets chopped up, and all his body parts come out of the conveyor belt, including his penis and his balls. We then get a lovely image of chocolate, caramel, and crushed peanuts being put on his penis, balls, and all of his other body parts. And we see the finished product. We see a chocolate penis. Yeah. Also was not on my bingo card as something I thought I was going to see tonight. We had the weakest story in the movie was about an electronics store worker who would kidnap children and would cut off chunks of their flesh and wear them as a mask. I really didn't pay attention to that one too much. That's another thing about this movie. A lot of kids were killed. So I know it's rare in horror movies to see kids being killed, but there were a lot of kids being killed in this movie. The last story was probably my favorite, and it seemed like it was the shortest. A man sets up a haunted house for Halloween and does kind of like a fake summoning of demons, and it turns out that it actually does summon demons, and so his haunted house is full of demons from hell that kill everyone in there brutally. And we see kids being ripped apart, stabbed, having their entrails ripped out. So yeah. The main storyline was dumb. The one about the soda. Once you figured out what was going on, you're like, really? So yeah, the movie wasn't bad. It just, I don't know, it started great and then just kind of went downhill, just to where it was like, nah, that's disappointing. Boy, I'm tearing up. You know, when your eyes get dry and you have tears coming out. So yeah, it started great and ended up being kind of dull. So, would I call it a dud? Would I call this a success or a failure? I honestly don't know, man. Like I said, the movie wasn't bad. It started off really good and then just kind of got disappointing, but not to where you feel like you wasted your time on it. So I wouldn't call it a dud, but I will say I probably wouldn't watch this one again. I probably would not add it to the collection if it gets a physical release. I think this is a one and done movie. I think it'll be a one and done. So the kills in this movie were brutal. Yeah, they had some wild kills in this movie. They were really brutal. So, I mean, nothing to where it was going to gross you out, but it's to where you're like, ooh, God, that sucks. Sucks for that person. So yeah, not a success, not a failure, just kind of a whatever night here for Saturday Night Horror. As I just said, this will probably be the only time I watch VHS Halloween. I probably will never watch it again. But like I said at the beginning of the video, the VHS movies for me are hit and miss. Some of them I enjoy and some of them I don't. And this one, I enjoyed some of it. So this one was 50-50. So anyway, that is another episode of Saturday Night Horror in the books. Has our streak ended of bad movies? Seeing as this one was 50-50 and not one that I enjoyed all the way through, I'm going to say our dud streak continues. Hopefully it'll end, and hopefully we can end the streak and just have a awesome movie next week. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, VHS Halloween is streaming on Shudder. It's available from other sources as well. I'd recommend it for the first story and the haunted house story, but the rest, I'd skip it. I mean, do you really want to see a chocolate penis? I didn't think so. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Saturday Night Horror. I'm gonna go to sleep because I can't keep my eyes open. And I will see you on the next video. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good week. Y'all take care.